Good afternoon.
We would like to hear from you on key banking trends in GCC.
Okay.
How are the banking trends in Saudi Arabia?
Saudi Arabia has been very reasonable. The total assets have grown almost 13%. The loan growth has grown almost 11.6%. Majority of this have come from the private sector. And deposits have grown almost 10%. And public sector spending has gone up by 4%. With the new mortgage law, it is going to stimulate more consumer spending, car loan, consumer loan, housing loans, or the major driver. Saudi Arabia with project space is really going to be interesting. Both local banks as well as international institutions are supporting the contract financing and project finance, because almost over 900 billion worth of Saudi riyals projects have been announced last year. Majority of them have been work in progress. So those funding are also done by the various financial institutions.
Can you highlight us the banking trends in UAE?
UAE has been a bit of a slow pitch. The 9%, between 8 and 8.5% is the actual trend in terms of overall lending. Deposits have grown nearly 9%. When it comes to the new mortgage law, again, that is stimulating the more of a housing market. Now we have seen Dubai in the last 18 months have recovered in terms of retail space, retail mortgage space. More and more the hotels are doing well, service sector is doing well. There is an all-round rebound on the real estate sector, hotels, and again man-made islands. And this is on account of the overall debt restructuring and overall open market policy Dubai has envisaged. The momentum is getting reset.
How do you think are the banking trends in Oman?
Oman has been 8% in terms of total lending. Deposits have grown by 10%, and the project space has been very minimal, and not much of banking activity for contract financing or banking, project finance. It's limited. Even though the budget has been well spelled out, the government expenditure towards project space has taken a slow pitch. Overall, if you look at the bigger picture, the growth is commensurating between 4 to 5%, and this similar reflection we are seeing in the overall banking trend, 8 to 9%.
What are your ideas on the Kuwait banking trends?
Kuwait has recovered very well compared to previous years. Kuwait spending has been very reasonable, especially on the project space. More and more projects have been announced: healthcare, education. The capital work in progress, which was set to be a government drive between 2010 to 12, 13 to a large extent, have all been, got reignited, and the banks started lending almost 12% of their total private sector growth, and deposit growth also went ahead in double digits. Overall, if you look at it, the market is picking up well.
Can you explain us the banking trends in Bahrain?
Bahrain has been very, very average. The consumer side has been static. When it comes to private sector credits, it's around 6 to 7%. The Islamic finance has taken a bit of momentum. Islamic sukuks have been issued last year, but the real estate banking, if you look at it, that's very minimal. When it comes to private sector lending, it's 5 to 6%. Deposits have grown almost 7%. Overall, if you look at it, it's a slow pitch.
How are the banking trends in Qatar?
Qatar total assets have grown by 13%. Loans and deposits have grown between 12 to 13% in the loan side, and similar reflection we have seen in the deposit side. Private sector credit has grown maximum. The government spending is 12% up. Real estate is almost a standstill, partly minus, you can say, because that's settlements have taken place in real estate. Not very many projects last year in real estate, in some, but the banks have taken real exposure, certain banks. And when it comes to consumer spending, it is 12% up. Trade is very reasonable. Service sector has grown almost 45%. Contract financing has grown by 41%. The foreign currency lending has come down to from 55% to 24% in the overall lending space. And again, the simultaneous increase in the real estate or the contract space or corporate and commercial lending in the Qatar Riyal has grown to offset the overall reduction in the dollar. It has grown in the Qatar Riyal lending.
Thank you, Dr. Seetharaman, for updating us on the GCC banking trends.
My pleasure. Thank you.